So what am I looking at right here?
So what you're seeing here is a collection of some of the new robot technology that's out there. My interest is in social robots, so robots that aren't scary, aren't Terminator, Destructor robots, but more like robots that you can actually interact with and have a conversation with. So each one of these robots is sort of a different way of interacting with a robot. I have the Now robot, which is a research grade robot. This is what you would find typically in universities or schools. I also have Cosmo here, which is one of the most advanced robot toys on the market. And over here is a project that I was working over at Singularity University, which is a brain-controlled robot.
This one?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so with these 3 robots, can you walk me through one by one how each works?
Sure, absolutely. So I've written a few simple scripts for this little guy. I'll have him say hi to you.
Hello, Alison. My name is Wesley. I am a social robot. I hope everyone has fun at Exponential Manufacturing.
So for those who didn't hear that, Wesley the robot just said hello to me and hoped that I had a nice time at the conference.
So it's really, this one, in terms of design, I think this is one of the most appealing robot designs I've seen.
Definitely.
It almost looks like it kind of has a face, just because of the way there's 2 eyes and then you identify with the mouth. And it looks very bipedal, even if it doesn't directly resemble a human, you still kind of have that humanistic quality of a robot. And so so there's small movements that it has, small affectations.
Yeah, like it just blinked at me. That's very human. Yeah.
And it's a lot of people, when they come into our lab, they instantly identify with this robot, and so it's a little bit more socially pleasing. Cosmo, on the other hand, it's much more minimalistic in design, but what's interesting about Cosmo, and I want to show you because it runs on an app through my phone, but what's really cool about Cosmo is this is one of the most advanced robot toys on the market right now.
It's funny because it's so little, you would think that the most advanced robotic toy would be this huge, complex looking thing.
No, this is, in terms of affectation, in terms of being a social agent, this is the most socially expressive robot I've seen. So there's some really advanced stuff this can do. I'll wake him up right now.
Okay, just woke up. And so what are we expecting it to do right now?
So right now, it's kind of going to go and explore a little bit.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, look at that.
It sounds like C-3PO.
Well, you know, the funny thing about this is that they actually hired Pixar animators to actually work on this robot.
Really?
So that's why if you look at it, it kind of has a cute little expressive face.
Yeah, like maybe it could be WALL-E or
So they had Pixar animators, and they really wanted to focus on the character aspect of this robot. And so that's what I really see, and that's what really excites me about toys like Cosmo, where you can finally have this robot pet or robot toy that we've seen in the movies, but now you can have one in your home.
Yeah, and that's so exciting when you think about like, the toys that we played with as kids. That was completely unimaginable.
When I was 10 years old, I thought a Furby was cool. You know?
Woo!
All right, Cosmo.
And so, tell me about this robot's extremely expressive. How does this one work?
All right, so I'll sit you down for a second, Cosmo. This one is a brain-machine interface. So essentially what I do is I took a Hexbug, which is like a little remote control robot, and I wired it up with this microcontroller. And so when you put on this headset,
should I put that on or no?
If you'd like to.
Sure, yeah.
All right. So you put this on, kind of maybe pull your hair back a little bit.
This?
Yep. And if I don't mind, do you mind if I...
No, do anything. If I say anything weird, it's the headset, it's not me.
All right. Just on you for a second. And I'll just clip this to your ear.
Okay.
There we go. And there we go. I'll push this up a bit. Okay, so maybe let me make sure. There we go. So you can actually see you're controlling this with your brain movements. So the more focused you are, the more this robot will actually walk in place, and the more relaxed you are, the more this robot will spin in a circle like that.
Oh, that's when I'm relaxed.
Yeah.
That is so interesting. So people could maybe use this even to work on their mental calmness, or I know there's some technologies where people are meditating with them.
It's that biofeedback in action.
Biofeedback in action.
So being able to understand how your own brain works and then being able to rewrite it to certain productivity. So I've been using this quite a bit when I hit that 2 p.m. slump every day, and I'm able to train myself, based on how active I am.
Yeah. And so it's so hard not to talk about science fiction when we're talking about robotics. What are some ways that you're seeing science fiction translate into the real world through robots?
That's a very good question. A lot of robots that we take for right now, that researchers are looking at, are very influenced by robots in movies. So robots like R2-D2 and C-3PO.
Right.
It's crazy because the movie came out in the 1970s.
Yeah.
But there's such a cultural love for R2-D2 that R2-D2 has been hugely influenced, and you can actually see some of the designs for robots we have right now.
Yeah.
Mayfield Robotics, Curry, for instance, it looks very R2-D2-like. It only has 2 eyes, and it can only roll around, but it's very R2-D2, and there's no voice, there's no voice synthetic speaking. It only beeps and boops, but it's very, very appealing in that way.
Yeah.
So, and also, there's also other robots too. It's great because now that there's movies that are influenced by actual robots research, robots like Baymax actually originated specifically because there was an inflatable robot design, and then the Disney animators looked at that and wanted to bring in that kind of cultural aesthetic and that real research into their film robot.
And so you spoke just a few weeks ago at Comic-Con about social robots. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
So is there a takeaway from your talk or something you could share here?
I'd say the takeaway talk is, if 2016 was the year of virtual reality, like Oculus Rift and HTC Vive, 2017 is going to be the year that you will see robots that we've been dreaming of, these social agents actually be, physical objects that you can go to a mall and see, or you can actually buy for your own home. And that's what I'm really excited about.
That's really exciting, yeah. And so here at Exponential Manufacturing, robots are a massive theme. Robots in the collaborative sense, working side by side with humans, also automation. What are some trends you think we might hear about? Because we're just getting started with this conference that we might hear.
I would be very interested in hearing about robots in the workforce. There's a discussion on, will robots take our jobs? Will they steal jobs? I want to see the different perspectives here, because a lot of the jobs here aren't necessarily jobs that will be stolen by robots, but they will be augmented by robots, definitely. So I want to hear both different views and people who think that robots should and maybe should not be in the workforce.
It's so interesting because when you say that some of the people here, like their jobs would be augmented by the technology but not eliminated, that's definitely a clear distinction between like someone who is working on an assembly line or in a fulfillment center where actually their full job may be eliminated. So
Right.
Very cool.
It's also that job training as well.
The job training, yeah. I saw inside something about using augmented reality to do skill training. So we'll see where that goes.
Very exciting.
Well, Matthew, thank you so much. It's always fascinating to experiment with these robots, and this was fun too.
Well, you've been great. Thank you very much, Alison.
Thanks so much.
All right.